Welcome back. We back. It's me and James.
And Jay Skyline, I don't know what's up with James. He might be a little drunk.
We
He might be sick.
we just
I don't know.
no. We here for Unfiltered, Grind Mode Worldwide Radio. We back on here. You just had the first 10 just a few seconds ago. We just getting back into
It's like it was a whole week for him. We are back. It is Sports Talk.
sports talk.
We got the big stuff in sports today and yesterday, the big signings. First off, let's talk about the person that was cut. I think James might have predicted this. He wasn't excited about the trade during the regular season. Demaryius Thomas was cut from the Texans today. Spent like 3 months in Texas.
I mean, that was it was a nice highlight. You know, it was
He
nice.
ended it with like a season-ending injury.
Yeah, he was on like a 14 million contract or something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I think it's a pretty high one.
Oh yeah, because if he would have stayed on, first thing, I don't think he's not gonna be healthy by the beginning of the year.
No.
And he was gonna get guaranteed like you said, like 14 million or something if they didn't cut him. Honestly, it's the name of the business. I don't blame them. It was the last year of your contract. You wasn't gonna be able to live up to your contract at all. So I understand that one completely. So after that, we got some things moving around. Big news. Let's start with the quarterbacks, because everybody wants to talk about the quarterbacks. Remember last year when the Denver Broncos signed Case Keenum to that wonderful 2-year contract? I think it was like 20 something mil a year. Like, it made it seem like Case Keenum was going to be the future of Denver and all that orange. Well, Denver traded for Super Bowl MVP, former Joe Flacco.
That's
And I have no understanding of what they gave up to get him, but I just know.
I don't think they had to give up much. What are you talking about?
What you mean? That MVP got to get you something.
No,
I'm fucking with you. You know me. All I think Joe Flacco can do is throw the ball really far.
Yeah, he could definitely throw it real far.
That's all I got for you.
He was good for that team, for what they had. So
Outside of that, John Elway's not a good general manager. I think he's president now.
Is he?
I think he's president.
He does. Yeah, I don't think he because he did so much for the team doesn't mean that you're gonna make good decisions.
Well, to me, he's turning in, and again, I go with this on the idea that when Peyton Manning was there, John Elway had nothing to do with Peyton Manning knowing how to play football already. All he had to do was talk to the dude at a lunch somewhere and tell him, like, hey, bro, you should come here. That was it. Peyton Manning did everything else damn near by himself on a half a neck. But But after that, I look at him like I look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan the difference is Michael Jordan's the fucking owner and general manager.
Yeah.
But Michael Jordan owns the Charlotte Hornets. They used to be the Bobcats. He is a terrible owner. And the idea that, you're supposed to be the greatest basketball player of all time, but you cannot build a team. John Elway doesn't know how to pick quarterbacks. And let's also remember, John Elway won 2 Super Bowls the last 2 years of his career. He retires 2 years before the end of his career. We don't give a fuck about his opinion.
Yeah.
He had a couple decent seasons in the NFL. He's Jim Kelly without going to the Super Bowl. No, he went to the Super Bowl a couple times. Take that back. He lost a couple Super Bowls. So we would just be looking at him like Jim Kelly. And guess what? Jim Kelly ain't got no coaching job.
No. I think him being the president and making all those decisions, that just seems. Didn't he choose Tim Tebow?
No. He came in after that. He got rid of Tim Tebow. No,
okay.
That was Josh McDaniels, the person that
Okay.
everybody thinks is a genius up in New England.
Okay. All right. So then,
But no, that was the best thing that he ever did, because that was what happened. He got hired. That is the best move that he's made, was he somehow got rid of Tebow and came back with Peyton Manning.
Okay. And then he brought in Peyton Manning. Then he had Brock Osweiler.
We're not going to talk about
And
that,
all
because you
that
benched
bullshit.
Peyton Manning for Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, it was a it was a bad time. That.
So real quick, because y'all know me, I like having friends that are fans of different teams, unlike the people around me. So I got some friends. One of me and James's closer friends, Rob Myers, aka the Long Neck G, and I got my homeboy Robbie from back at the stadium. He's a Baltimore fan. He used to work in Huntsville.
How did he get a job there?
All right, so before we get into this, James, do you go to job interviews like, hi, I'm here to get this job at the psychiatric hospital. I'm a Steelers fan.
No. But it's just kind of like, if you're like the Rooney was like, so how do you feel about the Steelers? It's like, if you get any of that, it's like, hold on.
That was never part of team. He was part of cleaning. I ain't trying to put your business. He was part of the cleaning department. The only way you get into the stadium higher, I'm assuming it matters. Cleaning, cooking, and security, they just want you to do your damn job.
All right, all I'm going to say is the person that runs UPMC worked at the basement of Whitbick. So he worked his way up, literally from the bottom.
How many degrees does he have, James?
I don't know. I don't think he really. I'm not going to put him on blast, but I don't think he really has any.
I wasn't even challenging the fact that you could move up. You made it sound like if you came to a job interview, you need to tell them all the sports teams you root for.
I'm just saying, like, you just say, like, if you're from Baltimore, like, you're like, I'm fucking with Baltimore. I'm working in, our own stadium. Come on. It's like, I'm taking a shit in here just for.
So I'm going to quote from exactly what they hit me.
I don't want to hit on your friend like that. Sorry, Robert.
It's fine. He lives closer to you than me. And y'all both got the beard thing going. So y'all should probably unify in that. Also, he needs to learn how to spell the word damn because I don't know how he fucked that up. But I'm going to start off with Robbie because he answered me first. They answered me back 3 hours after I tagged them both in the same message, but within like 10 minutes of each other. So that was weird. But Robbie hits me with, damn, just got up and had to see this crying in the car. So obviously not serious. He's making a Friday reference. But he's a big Joe Flacco fan. Other side. That's the person that lost Joe Flacco. This is the man, my other boy named Robert. We're going to have to just differentiate because they both Robs. This is upsetting. Flacco is garbage. What's funny to me is Rob is from Carrick. Robbie is from Carrick. The other Rob is from Brentwood. These niggas could have lived on Brownsville their entire life and have this much of a difference in opinion of this. Because it's like, the Broncos fan is like, fuck, we're screwed. We got 2 terrible quarterbacks. The Ravens fan's like, oh, that was our best quarterback of all time in all literal sense.
Of all time?
It's either that or you talking about Flutie when it was the Browns. Yeah, that's some serious thought.
Flutie or Flacco?
Yeah, for real. Because again, before 1998, the Ravens and the Browns are the same team. And who was the dude that won the Super Bowl the first time is not better than Joe Flacco. I'm sorry, I can make sure of that. I think it's that bald dude that be on ESPN a lot talking, but I think he won the Super Bowl for the Ravens the first time. But yeah, no, Joe Flacco's better than
Hasselbeck.
No, it wasn't Hasselbeck. No. Hasselbeck. One of the Hasselbecks were not a bad quarterback, and honestly, one of the Hasselbecks is probably the best quarterback in Seahawks history. Up to like Russell Wilson, but before Russell Wilson, Hasselbeck was the best quarterback in Seahawks history. But yeah, no, Joe Flacco is better than whoever won that first Super Bowl. But Joe Flacco is also trash now. Also, it was either that or trade for Eli Manning, which I would rather have Joe Flacco than Eli Manning. Anything. Who else you trading for? Because I understand that John Elway doesn't want to draft another quarterback. He doesn't know how to pick quarterbacks.
Vinny Testaverde?
Testaverde? Vinny Testaverde. Yeah, Vinny Testaverde is not that great.
Actually,
no, I think he got hurt. That was the
Tony
person.
Banks?
Testaverde had the largest shoulder pads ever for a quarterback. That's all.
Hold up. I'm sure
Steve McNair was on the team for a minute.
Yeah, that was later. That was when Steve wasn't the same. That wasn't Aaron McNair anymore.
No. Kyle Boiler, no. I guess Joe Flacco. I guess maybe hold it.
Oh, Trent Dilfer. That's who it is. He's on ESPN all the time. Trent Dilfer was the dude that won the Super Bowl for the Ravens the first time.
That's right.
Joe Flacco. Sorry, Trent, but you couldn't shine Joe Flacco's shoes. I'm sorry. That's different levels of quarterback. Trent Dilfer was being saved by Ray Lewis. Joe Flacco helped Ray Lewis get the last one. There's a difference there. There's a real big difference there. It's like Jerome Bettis getting that last Super Bowl. Everybody else had to do that. He needs to go thank Willie Parker every time he's like, yeah, I got that ring. Because Willie Parker did. I love Jerome Bettis, but Willie Parker did a lot of the heavy work. And that's what I look at when it comes to Trent Dilfer and getting that Super Bowl ring. Like, the picture of him holding the Super Bowl, every time I see that picture, it's funny as hell. It really is. So,
I mean, Lamar Jackson being the quarterback at this point, he is the quarterback for the Ravens. They had to get rid of him. Him going to the Broncos. Who do they have?
Case Keenum.
He sucks.
But they gave him so much fun.
They always give they should just stop paying quarterbacks and just give them like $1 million.
They wouldn't give the money to Brock Osweiler. That's why he ended up in Houston and then came back.
He sucked, and he still sucks.
Also, Joe Flacco, I still think had a year left on his contract, so they don't have to do anything.
Yeah, he had probably one of the biggest contracts after he won the Super Bowl at the time.
Hey man, that's betting on yourself. No matter how much I feel about no matter how I feel about Joe Flacco, no NFL team, none, can win a Super Bowl and then not resign the quarterback. You could not resign almost anybody else.
They did that to Trent Dilford.
The real quarterback. The real quarterback.
But they done it before. They could do it again.
I'm talking about the real quarterback. If you're not going to win a Super Bowl with the dude that's like balling out. Again,
Yeah.
I think whoever the quarterback was got hurt in the playoffs to the Ravens. I think. But no. If they want a Super Bowl and you tell them, oh yeah, you don't got to come back. Like shit, it barely worked for the Cowboys and 49ers when they were fucking around with Deion Sanders. Because Deion Sanders won a Super Bowl and then left the team he won the Super Bowl with and then went to the other team and won the Super Bowl the next year with the other team. So, but yeah, no. Joe Flacco bet on himself. I can always rock with that. I'm never going to be mad about that. Yeah. In other news, since we got the trade out the way, Kareem Hunt to the Browns. I can tell you now, the Browns fans I know are not happy, but I also don't think they're thinking like normal people.
I have to double check with my Browns fan, but I didn't ask him about it because I didn't even like. It wasn't that big of a deal. I think We'll
ask Rain. He's a Browns fan.
What?
Like a real Browns fan?
God damn.
How? All right, well, I'm gonna have to talk to Juice. That's where I'm confused. Because Juice doesn't seem like he'd let that slide, but he also let Fizzy. Like I guess Juice is more of a introspective person than I thought. Because you guys a Browns fan and a Patriots fan roll with him every day. Think about that every day. There's one of the two is with him.
Yeah. Damn.
I couldn't do that.
Okay. All right. Well, Kareem Hunt being there, that's pretty dope.
I mean, again, it's the cheapest contract you'll ever see for somebody as talented as Kareem Hunt. Mm-hmm. I am almost going to guarantee he's going to miss about 6 games next season if the NFL ever wants to be what they say they are. Because, again, the minimum for domestic violence is supposed to be 6 games. Everybody gets down to like 2 somehow, but the minimum is supposed to be 6 games. I'm sorry for laughing, but the NFL doesn't seem to take this seriously. Like they came up with that big-ass doctrine about how they're handling domestic violence, and it's like, first domestic violence, minimum of 6 games. Ezekiel Elliott, well, we can get down to 2.
We can get down to 2 because we ain't gonna let that slide,
And it's everybody else too. Like it's not just him. Like Ezekiel Elliott's like the biggest case. Oh, and remember the punter from the Giants that was like straight up beating his wife, and they were just like they weren't doing nothing.
Oh,
So like
somebody, I feel like.
And only time anything happens to you if you hit your wife in the NFL is if you're old.
Yeah,
Because
Ray
like
Rice.
Chad Ochocinco,
Yeah.
he headbutted his wife, and he was never allowed back.
Ray
he was
Rice
old
beat
at
the
that point.
fuck out of it.
It was one really bad hit. One of the worst things I've ever seen. Because I honestly believe people know. Bro, she could have died. Ray Rice's could have died. I mean, I don't know how hard Chad's head is. So, I mean, that could have been a serious thing, too. But, like, how she hit her head off the thing in the elevator, I thought it was over. Also, the fact that you tried to drag her into the middle of the hallway. Again, Ray Rice's looks bad on levels. Yeah. Like, just like, everybody's like, oh, my God, the punch. I'm like, no, did you see the part where he tried to drag her out the elevator like a Scooby-Doo cartoon and make her, like, draw eyes on her eyelids and be like, yeah, she's cool? 'Cause that's what it seemed like he tried to pull. Like, that was nobody ever talked about that part about the footage of him dragging her out the fucking elevator.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, yeah, this looks really bad. So, like, no, there's so many issues with the Ray Rice, how I look at the Ray Rice stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much where they set the bar at.
The bar.
I mean, Kareem Hunt. Hopefully, I don't know. It puts it behind him. He's staying in Ohio. Nick Chubb's pretty nice. I like him.
Well, Nick Chubb's is the real back. Somebody's gonna get traded. I can tell you this. Somebody will get traded.
And the thing is, it might be Nick Chubb or something, or it could be Kareem. But
best thing in Nick Chubb's life would be to get traded.
it might. But
other thing, I think teams are trying to do this, where they have the dual running back thing going on. Because personally, I actually kind of hope the Rams keep Butterbean with them.
For real?
He ran for 150 yards in a playoff game, bro.
So what? There's a lot of people who do it during the playoffs.
And I can have him as my backup. I'm fine with that.
But
the other backups aren't doing shit. The Saints have had this whole thing going on, even though I think they might lose Mark Ingram in the free agency.
I thought he was supposed to be taken out of that because of he was he rushed too many yards or something, or
What?
I thought he had like some type of stipulation in his contract if he.
No, he's a free agent.
Oh.
Now, they say he wants to go back, but he's going to test out free agency. I have the idea where he can go. Hint, there might be a towel about it on the wall. So,
Mark Ingram here.
maybe. We'll talk about that in a second.
That wouldn't be bad.
But, yeah, a lot of teams are going with the dual running back idea. So I could see it happening. It's not something that's too foreign to me. So the only other thing I know that's been really big in free agency, in the beginning of free agency, is this team over here, not the Penguins, but the team they took the towel idea from. Also, y'all can't see that because we don't have the third camera yet. My bad. But the Steelers are having this all types of issues. They want to use a transition tag on Le'Veon Bell. It's a stupid idea. The reason why is because the transition tag doesn't really let you play. You could play for somebody on the transition tag. It's a bad idea. But the idea is they would do it to trade him, and the only way they could trade him is if his agent and Le'Veon Bell agree to talk to other teams through the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell has no incentive to do that. And then if he does do that, another team can give him an offer, like how a restricted free agency in basketball works, where like if a team gives a player a contract offer and he signs it, his original team can match that offer and he has to go back to the original team. The Steelers won't do that.
No.
So if a team does give Le'Veon Bell an offer, he takes it, and the Steelers don't take him, they lose him anyway. So they're not going to get nothing out of that. Yeah. I think this whole outside of the fact that I really do believe somebody needs to go apologize to Le'Veon Bell, and they might really want to go talk about legitimately signing him, because the alternative is showing up to training camp without Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. And statistically, I don't have the full stats, but I saw it earlier. Statistically, through the time period that Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown have shared the field together, they are the second best wide receiver running back combo in NFL history. You know what number one is? Isaac Bruce and Marshall Faulk.
Okay, Jordan.
It's just facts.
Okay.
But again, my idea is, because I was arguing with my boy Tyree. Y'all know, both of y'all know little Tyree from back over the way. He was arguing with me on Facebook. He's like, "Oh, we always make it work." There's a difference between replacing Rashad Mendenhall and Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, that's another.
Like there really is.
Rashard, we just got ditched his ass. We were done.
Like, there's a difference. I'm sorry. Like, I understand the Steelers fans want to stay strong, and they're like James Conner. Even though I have some Steelers fans that were way more dark about James Conner a couple days ago. I didn't even want to say what they said. I don't think like that. But no, James Conner, like, yeah, that's cool, but that's not Le'Veon fucking Bell. I'm sorry, it's not. And I hope James Conner turns into something great. But even if he's great, he'll be more of a normal running back. Le'Veon Bell gave you the Buddhist hand of running backs, where he could do everything on every hand. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things. And with Antonio Brown, I think with Antonio Brown, and again, it's the reason why I never thought this was going to work out too long in the first place, is when Antonio Brown loses speed, he is not going to be able to do anything. He's not Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald could be as slow as he want to be. You still bigger than everybody else.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown's either the same height or smaller than everybody on the field. He is nobody that he's taller than. Mm-hmm. So as soon as Antonio Brown can't run by you, he's neutralized.
I mean, I think maybe it's good to get rid of.
Also, he's not Steve Smith. Steve Smith would punch you in the face.
Steve Smith, yeah. That's a whole nother.
Before anybody's like, oh, Steve Smith was a short wide receiver and he made it deep in a career, Steve Smith was playing a different type of football.
I'm pretty sure they made rules for him. Shit.
Between him and I was gonna say him and
Hines.
Yeah,
him and Hines Ward, for real.
Because they played football as wide receivers. Antonio Brown just wants to play wide receiver.
Yeah.
So, but no, y'all got to get rid of Antonio Brown. Y'all need to stop thinking y'all getting a first round pick. I can give y'all 4 or 5 good reasons on why y'all are not going to get a first round pick for Antonio Brown. One, everybody knows he wants to leave, and everybody knows y'all got to let him go. I'm not giving you a first round pick. Go find some other sucker for that. Secondly, and I heard this from somebody else earlier, and I didn't think about this. Think about this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are considered like a pinnacle franchise in the NFL, like crispy clean. They do everything right. Mm-hmm. If a player, it's kind of like how they handle with the Patriots, like how if you can't make it in the Patriots and you can't make it anywhere else. Same thing with the Steelers. If the Pittsburgh Steelers couldn't find a way to get this guy to chill, why would anybody else think they could get this guy to chill? No, I'm not giving you a first round pick. And then the Steelers also want to prove a point. They don't want to trade him to a place that's going to be like Super Bowl ready. And that's really the only place I could see somebody giving up a first-round pick. Is if like they believe that Antonio Brown will get them to the Super Bowl.
All right, give me your top 5 list or something. Or
49ers is the top.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I still think the 49ers would be the one that try.
throw them to Arizona.
I heard a lot about Arizona. I just don't see it.
Jacksonville?
I don't know what they trade. I think they've given up a lot recently to do what they've been doing. The other one that's a big one to me, but they'd have to get rid of the elephant in the room. I think they'd be Super Bowl ready next year if the Giants could figure something out.
Oh, shit.
Break my phone.
With Eli.
No. That's the biggest issue. Is Eli can't be on the team. If
Eli's there.
If Odell Beckham Jr., Antonio Brown, and Saquon Barkley have to waste the season of their lives with Eli Manning, the Giants might lose everybody. So no, it would have to be the idea that they were going to find somebody else to play quarterback. But no, I think the Giants would be something that we'll think about, but I don't think it'll happen. That's like the fantasy.
Who's the backup quarterback for the Giants?
Somebody not Geno Smith. Not somebody not good enough to be over Eli Manning, apparently. But last time I checked, it was Geno.
Oh, yeah. All right. Then that's...
Do you have anywhere that you think, like, would you want him on one of your other non-Steelers teams?
Carolina?
No. Hell, you want him with Cam? Bro,
I mean,
white people already hate Cam Newton enough. Cam Newton and Antonio Brown together, and that's over.
What do you mean? I mean, it wouldn't be that bad.
Oh, yes, it would be. The problem is there would be no humility on that team. Every loss would be the Super Bowl. I mean, every win would be the Super Bowl, and every loss would be like the end of the world.
Yeah, but...
like you know how much people hate how Cam Newton does the first down joint? Mm-hmm. Think about every first down being a first down marker and a cha-cha slide.
I mean, it keeps everybody in the stadium pumped up, I guess.
Also, I believe that both Antonio Brown and Cam Newton want to be the guy, and both of them can't be the guy. I also think that's what Antonio Brown's issue is with Ben Roethlisberger.
Oakland, maybe?
Well, that's what one I thought you might bring up.
But I don't think he would go to Oakland. That's where, that's...
We're not going to Oakland.
What?
So you're not going to Oakland.
But he's going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And that's... All right, he could do... I think
everything you do with Oakland has to be with the idea, unless you sign a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
Like, I believe if Marshawn Lynch comes back this year, this is the last year. He has no interest in going to Vegas.
Yeah.
But if you have a multi-year contract with the Raiders, you're not talking about, living in Oakland and playing in the Coliseum. You're talking about Las Vegas, the Strip, the Bunny House, and all that stuff. Cat House, and all that stuff. So, yeah, you're trying to get your Lamar Odom. And I'm sure Antonio Brown's about that life.
All right, so that's a feasible option.
Yeah, and I think that one would be more realistic. I don't know what y'all could do to get him. Oh, give up the pick that y'all got for giving up fucking Khalil Mack or Amari Cooper, because y'all just seem to love giving up people that might have been better than Antonio Brown.
I think that was two bad, really, options. I mean, Amari Cooper, I think...
looked really good after he left Oakland.
So I
think he led the league in yards after he left Oakland.
I think he might have. I didn't think he was really good. I don't know. I think it might be just. I think we put a little too much faith in what's his face as the quarterback.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, yeah. I think I put a little too much faith in him too.
Okay, for one thing, you're making it sound like he's Sam Bradford or something. Which we're gonna get into something.
We could say him close to that.
He's not that bad, man.
What?
He would have. The year he got hurt, he was probably gonna win MVP.
He was doing real good, and then he just shit the bed after that.
So speaking of Sam Bradford, as everybody knows, I'm not into the burning or throwing away of jerseys crowd, but can admit that I have owned a Sam Bradford jersey and it got thrown away. Steelers fans, man, y'all on the clock, bro. Y'all burning Antonio Brown. One boy was really extra, actually. He didn't just burn his Antonio Brown jersey. He did the fake out where he was like, I'm about to light it on fire. He's like, no, that's not even good enough. First thing I knew, he wasn't going to light it on fire because he was in your crib. Like, he was in his house and he was like, I'm about to light it on fire. Like, no, he wasn't about to do that. So he turned around and he threw it into the fireplace. Which I keep on telling y'all, bro. The reason why my Sam Bradford jersey doesn't matter is because Sam Bradford is a Class A scrub. Legend in the bank, Class A scrub. But if he's a fucking Hall of Fame, Antonio Brown, unless his career ends today,
yeah.
And even if it ends today, he probably would get in off the he died at the prime of his career and he was going to go on to do this.
Yeah.
Is a Hall of Famer. You get, bro, selling I have a Marvin Harrison jersey on the market right now. People are talking to me trying to get it for $100. I have no interest in the Colts. But I have this Marvin Harrison jersey, and it will be with me until somebody wants to pay the price I want to sell it for because it's a Marvin Harrison jersey. That's a Hall of Famer. And the other side of it is a legend in the city he played. I got the black Michael Vick jersey. First thing, that's going to be with me forever. I ain't selling that. But that one, that's a legend for me as a person. That's like if Malachi had a Bo Jackson jersey. You ain't giving that up. You're not. Like, he might have had a short career. Like we understand he didn't have the career everybody wishes he had. But if you got that jersey, it's not going nowhere. After I get my Aaron Donald jersey, I'm going to go get a Warren Moon jersey. That's not going nowhere. That's a different team. Certain things you can do. Antonio Brown, bro, he's going to the Hall of Fame. That's like, I told you, bro, the biggest thing everybody should have did if they were Raiders fans was go cop the Khalil Mack jerseys, the real ones, after the price went down. Because in 15 years, that's going to be the ultimate throwback.
This should be, honestly, yeah.
And then it won't even have to mention Ness motherfucking stuff on it. So that's how I look at it. I'm like, bro, if you're going to have, you can get mad at these players all you want. But in the idea of the jersey is like, honestly, bro, as long as you don't get your, like nacho shit on your jersey and stuff and you keep it crispy, jerseys are like paintings, man. Those things gain value over time if the players are good.
Yeah.
Always you understand if the player's good. But if you could keep a jersey crispy, bro, think about I'm trying to think of something. Think about if you had, who would be a good jersey that people might not have cared about enough when it was like, that's going to be different. Kaepernick jerseys are going to be in a completely, Malachi said Kaepernick. Kaepernick jerseys are going to be in a different place. They're going to be worth something to the right people, and they're going to be worth nothing to the other people. That's going to be where Kaepernick jerseys are going to be at. But like especially like certain people's college jerseys when they weren't that good. Like one of my favorite college jerseys to see is the Palomalu USC jerseys.
Okay.
Like stuff like that. But yeah, no, like you got to keep them jerseys. Oh, Joey Porter. Keeping a Joey Porter or Steeler jersey would have been a smart thing to do. I know if you're a Steeler fan, at the coach Joey Porter, it's a little different now.
A little different.
But like, there's certain things. Plexico Burress, keeping his jersey around would have been cool. Not Santonio Holmes, Plexico Burress. Different.
I understand, but that's still.
Chris Carter. You know how dope it would be to see somebody walk up the street with an Eagles Chris Carter jersey?
I'll be dope, yeah.
Cunningham, everybody got the Eagles Cunningham. But,
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to get the Cunningham Vikings.
Okay.
Brett Favre Falcons jerseys. I see one of those every once in a while, but that'd be rare to see.
Randy Moss at the 49ers.
No, there's a difference there. That's like, bro, I'm not really here to see like a Ray Rice Seahawks jersey. Or not Ray Rice, Jerry Rice Seahawks jersey.
Okay.
Like, I'm not here for that.
You don't want a Marshawn Lynch Bills jersey?
You know, you gotta be a Bills fan for that. That was a little different. Gotta be a Bills fan for that. No, but there's certain ones like I saw a collage because I think it was Randy Moss's birthday today. Happy birthday! Okay. But it was a collage of like Randy Moss's different teams, and then it hit me. They were counting the Titans. He was on the Titans for like a week because it was like a collage of all the teams, and I'm like, bro, if you have a Randy Moss Titans jersey.
There's somebody out there. There's somebody.
Man, you remember your boy Rob drafted Randy Moss on fantasy like first round when he was on the 49ers.
I remember that. That was funny. That was the worst pick he ever did.
It's like also like T.O. Buffalo Bill jerseys or T.O. Bengals. Honestly, bro, unless you have a T.O. Eagles, original 49ers, or Cowboys jersey, your T.O. jersey doesn't matter.
You don't think the Bengals don't count?
No. Hell no.
Those hit. Those are fun years.
Hell no. Yo, I'm still mad at Zach for having a Jets Tebow jersey.
Oh.
I tell him not to wear it around me.
I don't even know who. I don't know.
So yeah, no, like, I tell him that all the time. I'm like, bro, do not come out here with that jersey. There's no reason to own it.
You wanna?
And right now, same thing. Raiders fans that got Amari Cooper jerseys. If you don't want it, we can figure out a price and some shipping stuff. Send it to me. I'm always like, again, Amari Cooper turned into a Hall of Famer, bro. At this point, I don't think it'll happen.
I don't know about that. We'll find out.
You know who I know is going to be a Hall of Famer? Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack, definitely. He might come back to the team. Probably not.
Bro, if John Gruden got that lifetime contract, he ain't coming back.
That's a real fucked up shit. All right. You ready to switch it up and get some 3 points in?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. 3 points. What's going on? Hey, remember to like, follow, subscribe on Facebook at Grimo Worldwide Radio, and subscribe and watch our shows on YouTube at Grimo Worldwide Radio. So This is going to be for. Oh, doesn't matter who. All right. Which team would you rather see do next season? Hard Knocks, the Lions or the Raiders?
Raiders. It's John Gruden. I don't give a fuck about that dude with the beard for the Detroit Lions. If John Gruden's doing Hard Knocks, I actually might attempt to watch Hard Knocks. I've never watched Hard Knocks, not even when the Rams did it.
Oh, wow.
It was Jeff Fisher.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, all right, here goes the second point. Do you feel that a 34-year-old Joe Flacco will help the Broncos improve from their 6-10 record last season?
Improve?
6-10.
I think so. I think that he can go like 8-8.
This is
maybe
what I would. This is where I
9
would.
and
Remember,
7.
two of the teams in the division this year both went 10-3. 12-3. My bad. 12-3. Both the Chargers and the Chiefs. And I assume that you think your other team's gonna be better this year.
Yeah. So.
So just think. I mean, if you still think 8-8, that's
I
fine.
don't think I think the Chargers are gonna fold. I mean, they had a lot, to do, but they didn't do shit. Chiefs. I mean, that's just. I mean, they're probably gonna be the division leader. And Raiders.
Just nod. Am I asking him this question or me? Okay. The last question, I'm going to ask it because I'm awestruck by the idea of everybody. Also, we're talking about small Isaiah Thomas. Okay. Isaiah Thomas. Oh, old school. Okay, no, that's different. Isaiah Thomas jokingly compared Grant Hill to the Warriors' Draymond Green, but Grant preferred a Kevin Durant similarity. Whose day would you compare Grant Hill to? I don't know if I'm comparing them to either of them dudes. Like closer comparison, probably Draymond Green, but I don't think he's I don't think they got the same game at all. And you must think really highly of yourself to call yourself Kevin Durant. So no, Grant Hill's he was nice, but no, he's not. If I have to pick between them two, I'm probably picking Draymond. But that's a real what the hell?
I don't know. I guess.
Huh? Shout out to Los, shout out to Aliquippa and everybody down there.
He was at EYS too.
He was at DYS?
Yeah,
Oh.
he was
Oh, wow.
I've seen him out.
Okay.
You should have
What's
told
up?
me he was coming out to that. I just had other things going on that night, but I could have been down there.
I don't know. I don't think he would be in Kevin Durant. So yeah, if I only had the two choices.
Also, I need a Brick's answer on this one too, because this is just a wild comparison.
Yeah,
I'm happy that it was the real Isaiah Thomas, or at least the tall Isaiah Thomas.
They had a players only thing they do on NBA where all their commentators are all players, ex-players. So it was him, Grant Hill, and I forgot the third guy. He played for the Mavericks, I think. 3-point shooter, maybe. But they were saying they were watching the Warriors game, so he was like, "We're the Splash Brothers," and you would be like Draymond. He was like, "Oh man, like I would have preferred it." It was just a joke. But
Oh, okay, I thought they were serious. If it was a joke, okay, I
okay.
didn't see that. I was like, bro, if you were serious about that whole conversation, y'all have issues about what y'all talk about. That's like, oh, bro, I'm telling you, bro, back on the field, bro, how's Jerome Bettis? And then somebody gonna have to check me online. Like, I don't need all that.
All right. Well, if you want us to answer your questions for 3 points, email us your questions at gmwwradio@gmail.com. And again, or you can hit us up right below and just ask any random questions on live or on YouTube Live as well. So just hit us up with that.
And last thing, this will be my personal question to you because I brought it up and we never answered it. Yes, I've been hearing rumors that the Steelers are going to make a heavy push on Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram? That'd be nice. So you got James Conner. Oh, this is like assuming Bell's not here.
Again, I'm not even a Steelers fan. I would hope the Steelers are smart enough to go talk to Le'Veon Bell about staying because you got to get rid of Antonio Brown. I don't think they're going to do that.
Do you think they have to? Have to keep Bell?
No. I just think I don't understand how you can go into a football season, even though Bell never played, with Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and Ben Roethlisberger, and you walk out with just Ben Roethlisberger, the dude who's going to retire the soonest.
Yeah.
And I know that's not probably a real word.
I don't know. I think it would be nice to keep Bell or Brown, but you're not going to – the way just how the season went, it just kind of just was –
Oh, no, it's a wrap. I understand that.
You just can't Bell pretty much was just doing saying a lot of shady shit on Twitter and
also I don't think Le'Veon Bell wants to win.
Yeah, so I don't want him on my team.
Well, no, because he's going to be on your team. Because where he wants to go is still going to be one of your teams. What did I say from the very beginning where Le'Veon Bell was like, I'm out? I'm like, bro, he's going to go somewhere like the Dolphins. Guess where he said he wanted to fucking go?
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
All right.
You don't have no interest in winning football, bro. They're getting rid of Ryan Tannehill. They don't know who their quarterback's about to be. They got one of them coaches that they're probably going to fire in a year or two, but they hired him because they really want a black coach somewhere. I'm sorry, that's really what just happened. It was like the linebacker coach of the Patriots.
All right, maybe that might help. I don't know. Ryan Tannehill was getting pretty beat, you know.
Ryan Tannehill was never a good quarterback.
I'm
Until
just
you
saying,
figure that out,
I'm
we
not
can't
saying
talk
he was a
about
good
it.
quarterback. I'm just saying.
Like, we can't talk about Ryan Tannehill unless I have that understanding that I might have actually wanted the other dude more. Kellen Moore. I would have took him. Was it Kellen Moore? No.
There was a lot. There was Chad Henne.
Well, that was late Chad Henne. Like, if it was, that was like Chad Henne that was retirement Chad Henne. I got that. Whoever.
There's another guy. I forget who was the other person. He was lousy too. Matt Moore.
Yeah, it was Matt Moore. It wasn't because Kellen Moore was a backup for the Cowboys a couple years ago. Matt Moore. I'd have taken Matt Moore every time.
Matt Moore wasn't bad, but that's
After a certain period of time, I would have just
it
understood.
was just bad quarterbacks on it. Even whatever the fuck Brock Osweiler coming down. I was like, come on, you guys don't even want to win. Like they had a decent running back. Receivers were nice. It's just I don't know. They fucked up.
So that was our football talk. We're going to give y'all a little bit more of this news for real quick, especially the hip-hop side of things. Nobody went to jail in this one, but it's one of my favorite stories of the last couple days. Chris Brown and Offset beefing over 21 Savage. And I feel like at some point we just going to have to stop fucking with Chris Brown. Like rappers, not me, but like rappers are going to have to stop, like legitimate rappers. Chris Brown moves like y'all. Like this is what it like to me. Like again, last name Brown. You put Bobby, James, like all of them. Like stop fucking with these niggas, man. They like there's no chill. There's no fucking chill, bro. Because it started off as like a normal back and forth. And then Chris Brown's out here throwing his real address out here. And Offset's like, hold on, like that was the worst thing to happen to Offset. He threw his real address out there, which I'm sure Offset already knew where Chris Brown lived. And when he saw that, he's like, come on, bro. Like, it was like, you over here acting like that was one of the, he tried to put it like you over here acting like the feds or something. Like, he tried to make it seem like that. Then Chris Brown was like, and he was like, I don't even want to disrespect Cardi or nothing. Like, she ain't a part of this. I'm going to send her some flowers.
I mean,
Offset, you're losing and you can't win. And honestly, Malachi might disagree with me. Chris Brown might be a better rapper than Offset.
he's a better overall, I think, performer.
You said you don't disagree?
He pretty much. Offset doesn't have a catalog. He wouldn't be anything without the Migos.
I guess you're right. I didn't want to go there. I wasn't gonna go there.
I'm not if he started a solo act by himself.
He has a solo album coming out this month.
No. He started solo. He wouldn't have been.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even think Quavo would have made it solo without the original Migos to come with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they all needed each other. Chris Brown came up.
You're right. I mean, you're right about that. Chris Brown was up here dancing by himself.
Yeah,
with Santana features.
I mean, he did it. So I mean, I'm just saying.
That's my whole thing. Is like you need to stop. And on honesty, because I don't think anybody's ever had it. But I wouldn't do this with Trey Songz either. Like I've heard Trey Songz bars because it's like everybody. I'm like, oh yeah, please somebody answer that for me. But yeah, no, like don't fuck with Tory Lanez unless you want this true smoke. The difference is I don't really know if Tory Lanez is out here to fight people. I know Chris Brown is also out here to fight people.
Oh, absolutely.
And everybody's like, oh, he only hits women. Like, no, I just like. Have y'all seen the new Shaft commercial for like the new Shaft that's coming out?
No, I haven't checked that out.
Please, everybody go watch the new Shaft commercial starring Samuel L. Jackson. Again, it is the fourth line of the Shaft movies. But there's a line in the commercial because it looks like Samuel L. Jackson's about to punch a woman, and technically the movie's about his son, the new Shaft. And his son's like, you can't hit a woman, it's misogynist. And like, you don't want to be a misogynist. My hands is on It's like whatever he said is like my hands don't see gender, something like that. And that's how I feel like Chris Brown's hands just don't see gender.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that Chris Brown will fight men and women. I just don't think like some people hit women and I don't think they will fight men. Mm-hmm. And I've met those dudes. Chris Brown just seems like somebody that'll hit anything.
If you dance battle, you'll fight him.
Yeah, if you dance battle,
You're in the club and you're hitting anyway.
yeah.
You have no chance.
So yeah, and again, I've heard Trey Songz rap. Most of y'all guys probably don't want to deal with that. And Trey Songz more dangerous to me because, like, at this point, you just got to be a certain type of chick to want to still be out here with Chris Brown and hoping that you don't get that left. Trey Songz hasn't given women that type of fear. So you could lose your chicks to Trey Songz off of the rap and the fact that he'll just come and get your chick. Your girl, hopefully if she got some sense, got to think about before she leaves with Chris Brown.
Damn. Okay.
No matter what, I'm sorry. No matter what, you did what you did, bro. Like, this is what it is. And you kind of stopped Karuchi. So,
Yeah.
so like, no, when it comes to, like, that's just on him.
I
So-
think, but the whole Chris Brown offset, that's kind of funny. I think it's the memes. I mean, like, it was just over some memes, you know. So
Also, I just want to make sure, again, we on the media side of things. I know we were talking the other day about people getting their hair faked and all that and putting, like, the ramen noodle hairdos on their head to cut it up. Y'all saw the fucking video of the dude putting dreads on his head, right?
I saw that. Yeah, if y'all out here, I'm just.
How much glue do you need? That's Elmer's, my dude.
Get the fuck. It's Elmer's. Get the fuck out of here. No, that's like. But it looks so. It's on point. And I don't know how long that lasts, but I mean, like, for that investment, I mean, how deep do you
First
go?
thing, you know what this tells me? Nobody cares about you. Because that means that somebody saw you that day that it saw you the day before and was like, oh, yeah, you got the hairstyle changed.
Yeah.
Like, you did not have hair yesterday. Bro.
Oh, I was wearing a hat. Get the fuck. Like, you got dreads.
Like, it's not even like you got twists, bro. You came out here looking like Lil Wayne 2005.
I just don't know how. I mean, I've seen a lot of these different types of videos. Like, they're like gluing the hair. I mean,
No, this was full-blown glue. There's a difference between, like, Bengay and then some of them are putting makeup on it. No, there's, like, paper mache on top of this dude's hair somewhere, and he got, like, 4 fucking wave caps on.
it's just like
Like, that can't be comfortable.
no. And then whenever you meet somebody, or you like you have to be single at this point.
Like, what was the dude's name from How High? Oh, yeah, bro. What was the dude's name from How High? Malachi? The dude that had the marker Buddha.
The one they smoke. The
Yeah.
brick?
But that's that. That's that to me. Because, like, you're right. When your girl find out, like, oh, my God, when the girl... Because this is one of the 2 things that are going to have to happen. Also, you got gray hair on your face still, bro. This is what happens when your girl finds out. Either one, she thinks you just cut your shit and you might be able to slide with that, but they're not going to be happy. Or 2, that shit falls off in the middle of the night and she got to wake up thinking there's like a animal on the bed.
Yeah, that was like animal. It's like what? I don't.
Because as a man, I just expect it, low key. Like, I expect, like, if it happens, it happens. Like, after, like, I feel like 15, 16 years old, you might freak out, like, oh, your wig falling off, oh, you bald-headed. After you hit a certain age, it's just like, all right, well, as long as you care, but, like, as long as this weave ain't three years old, like, I guess I got to live with this. Like, y'all, this is what y'all do. But we ain't, I'm just sorry. I don't think no woman should be able to, like, this.
So if you met a bald woman and she was doing this, how'd you feel?
I've met women that do. I know white women that do this. Now, let alone black women. Like,
No. She has a receding hairline.
Oh. I don't see that much, man.
Okay.
Like I get where you're going with that one, but that one's just never seen like something. And again, most of these chicks ain't got edges.
No, not like that. No.
So I am not worried about that. In other news, are we going to talk about what seems like the beginning of the end of Century 3 Mall?
I don't know. That's real weird. So they shut it down because of a lot of shit.
Apparently
there was some type of ceiling that fell on an employee.
it fell in on the comic book store, which is like the last thing in that motherfucker that makes money. Like the comic book store still makes some money. I don't think that smoke shop upstairs makes that much money. And I'm sorry, Remo's and the other black store just seem to be up there as a front. They are straight fronts.
Remo's is definitely the front.
So, like, and if y'all still going to the mall to get massages from the Chinese people, then y'all need to tell me what they doing to y'all. So,
Yeah. I mean, just to get there is like a fucking like hassle. You have to like dodge potholes.
Oh,
Those
now,
are craters.
Now the entire thing's fucked up because Route 51's now has tons of potholes because of the snow the last couple of days. So now every entrance to the malls is fucked. And then JCPenney's and Dick's is still there. That's whatever.
Oh yeah, that's whatever. But they're gonna go down anyways.
No, they're gonna stay for the reason that the mall has to either stay open or build them new stores.
Oh, for real.
That's the contract that the bigger stores have. And Hot Topic had it, but they closed on their own.
Oh, man.
But a lot of stores in the mall have the contract, because Moonbeam's stupid, that if they close the mall, those stores have contracts that they were supposed to have open stores.
But then they sold their contract right now, so that contract would be invalid at that point, would it not?
Not for the big stores.
No?
No, just the mall. And again, West Mifflin just gave them like not West Mifflin, a judge just gave them some giant loan that I'm sure they're.
$5 million loan, like.
And guess what they're doing with that $5 million loan? Well, we could go out to Monte Carlo and try to make this like a $10 million loan. And then they're going to come back with zero. Because Moonbeam is a terrible company.
They have,
I've been reading a lot of stories about how their other malls around the countries are fucked that are
Yeah.
owned by these dudes or whoever owns Moonbeam. At this point, I'm convinced it's two people that are like stepbrothers type guys.
these I don't know, you know the Levinsky brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah. All those stores down on 51, empty. Every single fucking one.
51. It's all them.
Yeah, they own it all, but there's no fucking thing open. So what do y'all own this property for? So that nobody fucking
Tax cuts?
like.
I hadn't thought about that. You're right. I was like, he's right. Like it's both sides, and it's
Both
like a
sides.
good quarter mile.
Chair store is the only where you get the wood supplies. It's the only thing they built there.
Shit.
That's not even a store. They built the store, put it right there on the concrete.
Shit.
I mean, y'all just fucking up West Mifflin, Pleasant Hills, possibly. I don't know if that's.
Pleasant Hills does nothing. It's all West Mifflin.
It's all West Mifflin.
Because their mayor was pissed. Why does he look like Sloth from the Goonies?
That too. He's right.
Yes.
About that. But West Mifflin. And then weird part about y'all borough is so wildly big, and this is coming from a person that's from Baldwin, that it's hard for me to care about half the stuff that happens in other parts of West Mifflin. Because, bro, the fucking school is next door to Kennywood.
Yeah, that's like that's on the other side of West Mifflin.
I have to drive through I feel like I drive through Munhall like a little bit to get back into West Mifflin on that side. I could be wrong. But
If you're going through Lebanon Church Road,
Yeah.
go down to. You saying you're going down
the shopping safe?
by that shopping
Isn't
center?
that like Munhall at that point?
I think that's still considered West Mifflin.
Okay.
I think once you hit that Hempstead Duquesne Road, it's kind of like iffy. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like that's where I'm like, no, but oh yeah. But yeah.
All right.
What that?
It's in open up the fridge.
Well, we'll hold on that.
All
But
right.
yeah, so I don't know my thing is that the mall, if y'all want to say the mall, it need to be some LA Clippers type shit where y'all got to get the owners up out of there. And if West Mifflin really wants the mall to thrive, then y'all got to do that on your own.
I don't think what West Mifflin doesn't need that. UPMC wants to put a hospital there.
For
they
what?
can't. They want to go ahead because they did the same thing over to East. They did UPMC East because AGH has Forbes. Now they have AGH has the South Hills with Jefferson. They're like, well, we want to go ahead and
Yeah, I think
put a hospital.
It's a legal issue though. Like there's a legitimate legal issue with that.
But if they did like a special clinic, so if
Also,
you did,
UPMC, the reason I don't think it's going to happen right now, and this is kind of another story, but the Attorney General is like going after UPMC again because I keep on telling y'all that they're not a nonprofit group.
it's a nonprofit.
And they're telling them they're not a nonprofit group because they're out here doing stuff for money.
Oh, absolutely. How do you have one of the largest like insurance groups be a nonprofit?
It doesn't work like that, James.
That's what I'm saying. They're one of the largest nonprofits in just Pennsylvania. I mean, I would assume.
Oh no, their outreach is a little outside of
I mean, it's
Pennsylvania.
definitely outside of
But-
Pittsburgh. I mean, they got out cross
Again,
countries.
First medical team to go through an entire to go do a heart transplant. That's under UPMC.
Yeah,
They have some of those things, polio.
yeah. They did a
Vaccine.
lot of stuff. I think they did.
So this is
Zika
a special medical field or medical team for them.
Yeah.
But the idea is whatever's going on with Highmark, the idea is it's illegal for them to do what they're going to do, and it's the state's already basically put it on UPMC, and it's not Highmark's fault.
Yeah.
Is what they're saying. It's UPMC and Highmark are supposed to have a explicit deal to make sure they work out stuff where like UPMC people can go to doctors from Highmark and vice versa. And UPMC in all honesty, UPMC loses money every time they do this. A lot of money. But they're not losing enough money that it matters.
Yeah.
UPMC doesn't care because the amount of money they can make kind of does change things. The amount of money they're losing isn't that big a deal. The amount of money they'll gain after forcing people to do what they want them to do will change some things. And some people will die in the process, I'm telling you that.
Damn, okay.
Because people...
I mean, I guess everybody does through the process, but... I mean, shit, you know, say like that, but... I don't know. I mean, what else are you going to put there? Nobody, like... You don't want to put a department store. We don't need that anymore. It'd be cool if like Amazon was gonna be like. I thought I was hearing that New York folded, Brooklyn folded for them.
Yeah, that's because the city doesn't want them there.
Yeah. And I don't know if we really want them all here, but I mean that would be a good spot right there.
I can tell you why you don't want them here. Because guess what happened today? The courts have finally agreed on the. I forget what the name of the spot is, but Malachi knows what I'm talking about. The East Liberty spot that they kicked everybody out of to make into like a new multi-purpose thing. They come to terms about that. It's not anything anybody will be happy about. So no, that's all that's going to happen is more people going to get kicked out of their crib.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no point, you know, to do that.
I mean, no, to help. The thing about the Amazon plan is it made no sense to go to. They went to Washington D.C. and New York. Both of them cities are fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not on here to like put down on them, but like I think they're doing pretty fine.
Like, and I'm not saying it had to be Pittsburgh. Like they're talking about Nashville now. Like cities like
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Nashville. I'm trying to like move around the country a little bit in my next one. But like places like that, like y'all are supposed
St.
to turn.
Louis?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay. I don't know.
Indianapolis, maybe too.
Okay.
Any of the cities in Ohio, like the major ones. Cities like
Columbus was saying, yeah.
Yeah, Columbus, like towns like that. There was no reason to go to a Chicago, a Houston, a New York, a DC, a Phoenix. Like, you don't know reason to go to those cities. Those cities are fucking huge already.
Yeah.
So I do like I've always, and you know me, I'm a transit nerd, but Pittsburgh's infrastructure transit wise, and
That's kind of fucked.
well, it came out this week that Pittsburgh is the 5th most congested highway interchange between 376 in Monroeville to 376 to Robinson in the country.
Because there's no other road.
No, but think about this, James. The other 4 cities are Boston, LA, New York, and I think Houston. No, Atlanta. You know how much the difference in size in those 4
They have like 4 or 5 lane highways.
and the city sizes are immensely bigger than those.
Yeah.
And then there's another metric where there's like we're 7th in a different one where the other 2 cities are like Chicago and something else that big. The difference in the size of cities, James.
But we only have 376 and 279. Okay, you could throw in 22 and 51, but
They're not counting that. They're just going off. They're going off of 376 alone and 79, not 279, just 79.
But I mean, but we don't have anything else. We can't. We literally cannot put anything else in because we would have to destroy like communities and homes. And
That's y'all fault. We were supposed to have the Southern Beltway like 25 years ago. We were supposed to be able to drive from Clarendon to Oakland in like 15 minutes 25 years ago.
really,
That's
right. They never wanted to do that.
Well, one of it's supposed to split off to Monroeville. The other one's supposed to go to Oakland. They canceled the Oakland one altogether, though.
That 43 to the 376. That would have been nice, and it's definitely available.
I wouldn't have paid for it, but it would have been cool to have been able to go other routes without people on the road.
Yeah.
I don't pay for toll roads.
No.
Like, I got to go. Y'all
Even
know,
if it's even $1, I really ain't here for that. Like, come on.
like real shit. Y'all know me. I got one of my homies up in Allenwood at the medium security prison. I have to plan to go visit him in March. I already looked up the Google joint and went straight to no tolls. And I figured out that on the way there, Penn State, I have to drive straight through Penn State. So on the way back, I'm going to get me some frozen ice cream and bring it back to the crib.
Okay.
Everybody talks about it. It's the only thing anybody ever tells me I need to buy at Penn State.
If you were,
Ice cream?
Well, no, there's like this place that sells good ice cream, but they'll
Penn State does.
put it in some joint so it'll stay cold till you get.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was saying, so you just give you cold ice cream.
it's supposed to be like fire ice cream,
It's
isn't
like
it?
2. Yeah, they have their own creamery and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's not like I'm just buying Hershey's ice cream and freeze it to come home.
I mean, they got that, and the only 2 things for Penn State would be that and like I guess grass seed.
The fuck is that?
Grass seed, like you know, like you put it on your lawn and grow grass.
I've lived in an apartment my whole damn life.
I'm
You
just
know, was
saying.
it something I gave a damn about?
I'm just saying.
Grassy went over his head.
Yeah, I thought he was like.
Degrassi. He was like, what, Drake? Like,
It's like I don't know. It's like some type of like special Penn State grass that they have. It's like a blend.
It was a small part of me that was like, he's talking about lawn shit.
I'm talking lawn
But I just want to
shit.
make sure he's talking about
If y'all,
lawn.
yeah, it's supposed to be a pretty good blend for if you live up in northern states. I don't know.
Last but not least, I don't know how the rest of y'all feel about this, but your boy Jussie Smollett, I think is probably going to get in some fucking trouble. They're saying a few weeks ago he came out and said that he had a hate crime done against him in Chicago. Shit ain't adding up. It's kind of turning into an Empire episode gone wrong. And the chief of police in Chicago has come out and said if they do believe in the end that he falsified his statements, they will file charges. Which I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do that, bro. Like, I don't need fake racism. I don't need you to be like trying to drum up support for fakeness.
Yeah, racism is not one of the things you need fake. Still.
Yeah. So now it's gonna be like I can't wait for the first time somebody like I told you, man, y'all don't got it that bad. Half of y'all just lying because that's gonna be the first time I have to fuck somebody up. If somebody goes off of what he just did and tries to tell me that everybody's racism is fake. Because that's what they're going to do. The first time they're like, oh, see, that one was lying about it. See, all that shit.
Remember the white woman carved the N in her face and said that somebody ran up on her, but it was backwards?
Oh, yeah.
Like, so that kind of debacled that whole, reverse racism thing. But.
So that was it. It's been a while, so I know everybody wants to see what's up with our food game because we've been stockpiling food. So, James, you told me I needed to open up something behind me.
Yeah.
There's a refrigerator there.
2 drinks.
And we got some drinks. I feel like we didn't talk about was it Matt Bryan getting cut from the Falcons.
What the fuck was I supposed to say?
That's kind of fucked up. He only missed one fucking kick.
And they're gonna they'll regret it. Every team that I've noticed has cut a kicker that they had no reason to cut has regretted it.
Yeah. All right. So today for the Valentine's, I guess, edition, we have red velvet cupcake cookie dough bites. What's up, Joyce? And then chocolate soda with strawberry and real cocoa. All right.
Joyce, your man's trying to kill me.
Oh, we got some chips over here too. Oh, the very light flavored cucumber. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know. I feel like every type of like cucumber is like this, like light.
I just don't like cucumbers, and then,
I really don't care.
It's just got light grass in it.
Like the Gatorade cucumber. I was
Wait,
like,
tell me, you
that's
drank
awful.
cucumber?
You ever had? No, I tried it. I didn't willingly buy it. Listen, it was like someone's like, oh yeah, it's a good flavor.
What up, Lily?
I knew there was some wild ass Gatorade flavors too. I said I knew there was some wild ass Gatorade flavors. I didn't know that was what it was.
It's like cold cucumber or something.
No.
It might be with melon.
Y'all be
I
doing
don't
too much.
know. Yeah. What do
be
we
doing too much.
want to do? What do we got? We got a cup. Oh, we got the official Grind Mode cups. And
I was gonna say there better be 3.
we got
That's all I know.
All right. So what do we want to do?
I mean, it's been a while, James. This is your segment. We can kick it with you. We can do this.
Okay. How do you want to finish?
All I know is them chips at least gotta be second.
Chip second.
At the least, they can be first
All
if you
right.
want them to be first.
No. Let's do the cookie dough first. And
Red velvet cookie dough.
yeah, red velvet cookie dough. So we'll see how that turns out. It's just these things are just.
Put up, boy, take. So you want to taste this here on Unfiltered?
Red velvet cupcake flavored pop. Let's get it. Isn't that what it or cookie dough?
Cookie dough.
Red velvet cookie dough.
It smells like.
Pop.
I'm trying to think, like a cream soda.
I assume that's what it's gonna taste like.
We'll find out.
I used to love red velvet cake as a kid. I haven't had it in a while. No. You know, smell it. You know what this smells like? It smells like medicine.
Oh, get it.
My boy Slaughter.
It smells like that
It smells
Pedialyte.
like Cherokee Red.
It smells like Pedialyte to me.
All right,
It
let's do
smells like
it.
Cherokee Red.
Wait,
It smells like
the
Cherokee
dum
Red.
dum draw.
It smells like a sucker too.
The sucker?
It's like cherry.
Let's get it.
All right, let's get it.
This is red velvet cake. Cookie dough.
All right.
Oh, we gotta finish these too.
Yeah,
You did pour a lot.
I did. My bad. We usually.
It tastes like a real cookie dough.
This isn't bad.
Yeah.
This isn't bad right here. Let me see that one. go about y'all day.
It's not bad.
Well, I gotta finish this. I'm so happy we did this
Yeah.
one first, because I'm not finishing that second one.
All right, we'll put a little bit in there. My bad. I don't know if I can. What type of liquor?
It did have
Okay,
almost. It did almost have a liquor.
It's like thick. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I think that's the cream soda mixed with the red velvet or whatever they're trying to. Shout out to boys Flacco.
Oh, that shit's.
This ain't bad though.
I couldn't be drinking this every day. That shit's real. That's like I'm the type of person that can deal with some sweet shit.
I could do without the cookie dough part. But it's cool.
Oh yeah, this is that. You're right. This is that grassy bullshit.
Look at whip.
Y'all might as well make this vegan.
Oh.
Like y'all.
Yes, there was a little soil in there too.
Yeah, this like.
This shit's fucking nasty, bro. Oh, shout out to Flacco and Josh. I heard y'all was out there showing out at EYS.
Man, Josh, quickest to like 1K.
All right.
You know? Let me see the back. They're slacking. There's a napkin there.
Do we actually know what country this Lay's is coming from?
No.
Cucumber Lay's. Smells like it came straight out the soil.
Smells like dirt.
It smells like photosynthesis.
Let's do it.
That's good.
Oh, it smells like fucking dirt.
I don't know how you keep a straight face through some of this shit. You want to eat another one?
I can taste the cucumber, chill.
I can taste the cucumber, but it still tastes like dirt.
It tastes like cucumber, but it smells like dirt.
I don't know what it is.
But you gonna eat that shit, aren't you?
You gotta try these ones on your
Tastes like cucumber, but it has a little sweetness to it.
Yeah. You gotta find these ones on your own.
Where did you get these, Jax?
These came in the care package.
From Australia?
Yep. Shout out. But,
Let's see this.
You gonna try to figure out what the language is? I'm assuming it's coming from like Taiwan or something. This is fucking nasty, man.
it wasn't, I mean, normally cucumber doesn't have a strong stick which you taste.
Oh, I can't get it
But
out
I
of my
don't think
teeth.
it's the cucumber that's sticking with me. It's the
Pepsi
whatever that
Foods
dirt.
China. Says Chinese.
I think just eat another one. I just call it dirt and then eat another one. I mean,
I'm gonna eat it. I don't know. It's weird.
James doesn't waste
James
anything.
doesn't care. His beard eats the other half. All right.
It's not bad. It has like some weird sweetness to it.
To me, it's just fucking nasty. All right,
Sugar
James.
is 1.5 grams.
Oh, next week's Who and What Wednesday. Guess we're gonna have the boy, Mr. Mob himself, Juice Mob.
Finally.
Juice in here. Mr. Behind the camera, we're gonna have him in front of the camera. We're gonna interview him next week for Who and What. So we saved you this week on what we tasted. We did that for Valentine's Day. We got you next week, Juice. All Mob.
So,
Want to try more?
no, I'm not trying another one, man. That's
All right,
that's.
one
Who?
Please get to the other juice. 'Cause
Like
that's
it's
horrible.
bad. It's like bad, but it has this weird taste where it's kind of good. I don't know.
The smell. If it wasn't
The
for
smell? No. But we smelled a lot of shit like up in here.
I'm trying to do my best to get this cleaned out so I don't have the same taste in this one.
All right. I don't think it's like gonna be that big of a deal.
My one experience with chocolate pop was a Halloween. You pour a little bit in there. This is the last of it, so I ain't worried about it. But
This
my,
is for the holidays.
the only time I've ever tasted chocolate pop was somebody gave me a chocolate pop for Halloween once, and it was terrible.
That was a trick or treat.
It was fucking terrible. And honestly, chocolate and carbonated just doesn't go together.
I'm not thinking it's going. And then on top of that, we put strawberries in it.
And the
Strawberries is
in there.
oh, that's some
Covered strawberry.
dude. You'll smell it, boo, because that shit gave me a headache, Loki.
Shout out to the boy Oscar.
I don't know about mixing some of this food. We always do.
Oh no, this is the whole the bad idea isn't that we're taste testing this food. It's the fact that we test it all together.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a combination that you can't do.
We valid every week. All right.
All right, let's get it.
I'm not ready for this. Oh hell no!
And it didn't taste like chocolate. I don't know what taste that was.
What is that?
That's the cocoa.
Oh,
Coca.
yeah, it was just cocoa. It wasn't
Coca?
chocolate. Oh.
Coca. Because at first I got the little bit like the first initial taste. I tasted some of the strawberry, and then
Dark chocolate.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
really dark chocolate. Like they're like
Tastes like
This is the
horrible
from-
candy.
from the
Ah.
actual.
chocolate covered candies. This is that horrible piece of like they got the cherry inside.
Yeah.
But it says strawberry, but it tastes like a weird.
I like dark chocolate though. That's real weird.
This is terrible. Again, chocolate and carbonated shit don't go together. It never has.
No. What's it? You hear what's it? Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. What's about
They are. I know what you're talking about. They are.
the orange?
They're basically putting out a creamsicle Coke.
Creams is bomb. Wendy's has.
I was like,
creamsicle drink.
Wendy's has.
No. Orange cream Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's gonna be a creamsicle
It's a
Coke.
creamsicle as long as they don't over Coca-Cola it.
Oh, okay.
Then it's a root beer float.
Yeah.
Like, it got like that.
Orangey.
Too much soda. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have straight orange. It can't be. But
Well, they got that. Those vending machines, or I mean, there's machines out.
No,
Wendy's
I'm
and
telling you,
whatnot.
they're already
They
selling
do
it.
now. They sell
Yeah.
Dave's cream
I'll say,
soda
bro,
and the cherry soda. Like,
Every time I pull up the one at a good Wendy's, I'm getting strawberry Sprite because they have strawberry Sprite.
Taste test this week.
Oh, let's get our list in real quick.
Oh, that was horrible.
Oh, that fucked me up. 'Cause I didn't think anything was going to get worse than the cucumber, but I'm going chocolate. Strawberry, cocoa pop worse, cucumber second, and red velvet cake is the best.
I think I'm going exactly what you're.
I'm gonna go exactly the same. Yeah. Even though I have this weird taste thing going on with
Worse.
Lay's,
Chocolate strawberry.
this was definitely.
And you know what else it is? Is the Lay's bag is straight up. That that chocolate soda is trying to look elegant.
Then you taste that.
It's supposed to look good as
Like,
hell.
don't it got that like it got
There's
that
a
little
big wax seal.
Yeah, like the wax seal, which makes no sense there.
Definitely. For all my weed heads too, this one ain't bad.
That's really the only one I can co-sign this week.
Yeah, I can co-sign from here. This one.
And again, as long as you don't smell them and you just ate them, you might get through them. But if you sit there and smell them,
If they had some dip with them,
okay.
I could be behind that.
Spinach broccoli dip with you.
Something.
It's a little-
I mean, I can't eat it, but French onion, whenever I used to eat it, that would be a good dip with this.
All right, good people.
No.
We just let that go.
That was the taste
No.
test. I just
So-
want y'all to, be able to chime in. Back to the show. I like it.
Real quick, let me make sure before we go off, I'll see if I have any overly unfiltered talk for y'all today. I wasn't that whole taste test segment kind of fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie, that fucked me up.
It wasn't. It wasn't that good.
I mean, it's a 50-50 thing every week. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it could be great, sometimes it won't be great. Also, the place that I go to get my information, which is just our page, is not loading up. So, yeah. Well, oh wait, no, hold on. Yeah, I got to the point where it won't load.
I just want to go quick list of Warner Brother characters that could be before Shaggy, real quick. Let's see. You could do anybody from the Wacky Races. You could do.
Legitimate. Again, these are
Legitimate?
people.
If you want
These are people
legit-
that are gonna get their skulls ripped out.
Thundercats?
Skulls.
You're getting close.
All right.
You're getting close.
And again, discount DC because they've already done it. Because that's part of Warner Brother.
Duck Dodgers. Duck
It's
Dodgers
Donald,
was
it's Donald Duck when he was in fucking Mars.
Yeah.
Ah, get out of here.
But I'm just saying over Shaggy though. Over Shaggy. Y'all want
I'd rather
Shaggy?
Shaggy than that one.
All right. Challenge Showdown. Remember that shit?
Okay, well, that's right
Lucha
now.
Lucha.
No.
No. That's about as far as you're gonna get. Pinky and the Brain.
Taz. Is Taz?
Freakazoid. Tasmanian Devil.
Tasmanian Devil.
There we go.
All right.
I can do Taz. You know,
Animaniacs.
someone who has a violent side. Like, you have to have some sort of.
Yeah, you gotta have some type of
Yeah.
You can't just be shooting bang guns and think that's going to be translated.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Bugs Bunny would lose.
well, I guess this is overly unfiltered, but this is my own personal anger. So if y'all are on my personal Facebook page, me and William has Super Smash Brothers. I got it for him for Christmas. He's been getting good.
Okay, a little too good.
Yeah. So he finally balls up yesterday and says, "Hey, let's do one-on-one." I'm like, fine, because we've been doing either together or like multiplayer matches. If he or I win in a match of 10 people, that's one thing. But he wanted to go one-on-one, and I know I played with Meta Knight. I forget who he played with. I played with Meta Knight. He played with Piranha Plant.
What?
Piranha Plant was the first DLC for the game this year.
How does he move?
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about. Is he just like inside of?
He's inside the jar, and the jar like sways back and forth and moves.
Oh,
Dude has some good moves. I'm just gonna say.
but
So-
Meta Knight is like one of the cheapest fucking like characters you can play with.
Oh no, he's like if I had to pick like my 5 characters that I dominate with, Meta Knight's probably 4.
Yeah, he's up there. He's one of
So
the like.
after he found a way to beat me and pissed me off, I kind of might have shoehorned him into getting a rematch. He didn't really have a choice. Rematch. I went to the ultimate. Fuck you, and I went and got Kirby. Between him being able to turn himself into a boulder and the hammer, and then the up and down joint, it was over. I forget who he played with, but by the time we were done, the boy was. I thought he was gonna break the controller. He was fully like he was high. He was up and down breathing like he was mad. And then he's like, I was like, you want to break the tie? He's like, yeah, but I'm not doing it if you're playing with Kirby. I can't beat you with Kirby.
Oh.
So. And I'll give it to him. In the end, I think we did one more game. I'm pretty sure I went to Donkey Kong.
DK, okay.
I fucked up a few times early and I lost. So he did win the 2 out of 3. But that second game, I think he understood that like if I needed things to be handled, that things can be handled.
I don't know. I really don't like DK's special.
I like DK is one of the, after I figured out how to do it, he's a person that won't fall off easily as long as you don't fuck up. DK is like my 5th. Like I said, Kirby's definitely. I don't like playing with Kirby because it's just too easy. Like Kirby is like the things Kirby can do for a little blue ball of bubblegum looking joint is amazing. Yeah, Piranha playing. You know, there's like 70 characters in the game now.
70?
64, something like that. They're putting Joker from Persona 5 in it next month.
Okay.
Like they got Snake is in it.
Snake? Okay.
Yeah, Solid Snake is in it.
Huh.
Yeah. Ryu is in there too now. Street Fighter. Pac-Man's in it. Sonic's in it. Villager from.
I thought Villager was in there. I thought. Wait, or am I thinking of
You were thinking
Mario Kart?
Yeah. I think they were Mario Kart.
Villager, and then Izzy or whatever, the dog. Wait, can you play with the dog?
Oh, Bayonetta's in it, and that's weird.
I don't know. That's just
Oh, Duck Hunt's in it. Yeah, you can play with Duck Hunt. Like the dog from Duck Hunt.
the
is in
dog
it.
from Duck Hunt.
Yes. It's
He doesn't do it. What is it? What is his move? Just kind of pop.
Ducks come fly out.
Yeah.
the one thing is like a can comes out and then somebody shoots the can. Like whatever the dog is doing, it has something to do with off-character people shooting.
Hunters or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like his special move, if you hit somebody with it, is it goes into this cartoon animation, and then like all the guys come up with guns, and your character gets shot.
Well, what? All right. Let's talk about Pac-Man. Let's run it back with Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's like one of the worst characters.
Do you eat the orb thing and just automatically turn everybody blue and just eat everybody? What's going on?
Oh well, no, the fuck, I haven't because I hate he's a terrible character. I have to figure that out one for you. But yeah, that one he's bad. I'm trying to think of who else. Oh, the dragon from Metroid Prime is in it now.
Oh wow.
I forget what his name is.
They're just throwing in. They're just throwing in characters. Do they have both Ganon and Ganondorf?
No, I think it's just Gandorf.
Oh.
But yeah, no, they got 3 different versions of Samus.
Why?
Regular Samus, Dark Samus, which technically is just a suit,
Yeah.
and Zero Suit Samus,
Just a,
which is just a reason to let people see what her tits look like.
okay.
Oh, and Dr. Mario is still there.
Doctor, you gotta have Dr. Mario. So Luigi?
No Waluigi. He is a sprite though.
What?
One of the things you could open up and like fight.
Yeah.
with.
So that's fucked up. Well, Luigi was been there. He has his own game. He got a fucking Waluigi tennis or something.
No. He was just part of the first tennis game. That was not his game.
Oh.
He was on the tennis game out here.
I thought. Well, he was there at least with
Oh.
Wario and shit.
Because we somehow got into this. Low key, one of the best characters is the Wii Fit Trainer.
The Wii Fit trainer.
There's the Wii Fit Trainer as a character.
Come on, y'all out here. What about? Can you do a Wii Meep?
Yeah, you can make the little Wii characters. You can make your own. Little Mac is okay too. Luciana, Marth, Ridley. Ridley is the name of the character from the joint. Ridley
Ridley?
is the dragon from Metroid.
Oh. Y'all, I don't know. You're just.
Oh, there's
making
three.
it-
There's 3 versions of Link in the game too.
I bet there is.
Link,
Oh my
Toon
God.
Link, and like Baby Link.
Oh, come on.
And then the one that makes no sense to me is Mr. Game & Watch. He's been in a while, but I just don't get it.
Mr. Game & Watch has to be in there. That's just a must. Next game, they're going to pull out Pong or something.
Yeah, there's Piranha Plant.
That's just insane.
Piranha Plant's there. So, last thing before we go, for make him happy, and I've said that a couple times, our friend Rico got Super Mario Party came out the other day. Waluigi's in Mario Party. There's only 6 characters in that game, too.
Wait, there's only 6 characters?
I'm wrong. There's more characters than that. But Waluigi's in the game. There's not a lot of characters, though.
I thought like Mario Party, you could at least get like a decent party. Yeah, it's a fucking party.
No, the first game only had 4 characters, or like 4 or 5 characters. The one for like 64. But yeah, I think up to now it's like 15 or something like that, because you can use other characters now, like with you. But all right. Damn. Last thing was it. We about to see y'all one more time. Let y'all know, Juice of the Juice Mob will be in next week. We got to talk everything, like history, what's going on with everybody since basically Brad went AWOL. We don't get the same battle coverage we used to get. But yeah, it's time to see what's up with Juice. Let him know he can bring like a finite amount of people.
Also, again, what's it? 3 points will be next week as always, so we always accepting questions. And if you got some questions for Juice that you want to ask and you want us to ask, you can also, we'll shout you out and we'll ask a question for you. So you could do that as well. Again, on Facebook at Grind Mode Worldwide Radio, or just I need the links if you see any of our live feeds. You want to just pop it down there on some of those questions.
Also, because the football season is over and this will be a little bit lighter work on the sports side of us for us for a little while, we will try to be getting back into the games and reviews more during the off season of the football season. There's really no excuse. I can't talk off season football for 3 months and make it exciting for you. So that's all. See y'all Monday. I will not be here tomorrow. I got a 16-hour shift. So.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.